Namaste and welcome everyone to our general Hatha 30-minute practice. So you'll be able to take either the lighter version or the more intermediate version within each pose. I'll give you some options. Please though, even with the options that I provide for you, if you have another creative way of expressing your yoga for today or something that you need to adjust to suit your own body or how you're feeling emotionally today, then you have full permission to just take the option that serves you best. So let's come up to the top of our mat and we'll take Tadasana. So we'll look down and plant the big toes in, lift and fan all the toes, broaden the feet, plant all the toes down, roll the outside edges of the feet down and lift up through the inner arches. And we're planting down through the four corners of the feet, so either side of the balls of the feet and then either side of the heels of the feet. So you really want this rooting action going down as if you want to connect to the core of Mother Earth. As you press down, you rebound and draw the energy up through the fibers of the legs, so you're suctioning out that gorgeous earth energy. You can engage up through the kneecaps unless you hyperextend your knees, in which case you just keep a little micro bend. Okay, but if everything seems comfortable there, do engage the kneecaps and you'll feel the quadricep muscles really start to harness and draw up. There's an action of drawing the inner thighs towards each other and yet rolling the outside edges of the feet down into the earth. So just play between that, rolling the inner thighs in towards each other and then rolling the outside edges of the feet down into the earth. And you'll feel that you can activate all the leg meridians in this way. So beautiful alignment, tailbone draws towards the earth. That helps you to draw up through Mula Bandha, so you're sealing from the perineum to the navel. You still want to have an expanded stomach here every time you inhale, so not too tight through the stomach area. The Bandha, the Mula Bandha, is more of an internal seal of energy. And then Uddiyana Bandha, so you're flying the solar plexus up behind the heart, really spreading prana into the heart. It's also good for liver organ. And then Jalandhara Bandha, draw your throat towards your neck. Just helps the energy to come all the way to the crown. So feel that extension through the spine to the crown, extend out through the arms, spreading the fingers. Really draw the ends of the fingertips towards Mother Earth and then energetically rebound the earth energy back up through the fingertips, through the arms, back to the top of the head. So energy flowing from the earth to the heavens and from the heavens to the earth. And you want to capture that energy as the soul spirit that you are, free to take in that energy always. So just closing the eyes and capturing the full yoga breath, inhaling, drawing the prana through the nose, expanding through the lower belly, and filling, rising the energy through the torso, ribs expand and draw out, belly, ribs, and then the chest lifts and opens with the breath, reaching the collarbones, and as you exhale, let go. So it's a reverse order of the breath draining out of the chest, out from the ribs, they move back down towards each other, and then emptying the lower belly, awaiting a new breath. So continue to breathe evenly and fully. And let's open our eyes and inhale, draw the arms up and above the head. And then exhale and fold Uttanasana. So lengthen, straight or bent knees, ends of the fingers to the earth. Roll the chest in and then the head. Inhale, we're going to step the left foot back, dropping down to the knee. And we're gazing up and the front knee is over the ankle joint. Press down into the flat of the hands, middle fingers face forward, fingers spread out. Exhale, downward facing dog. Got a moment just to adjust yourself here. Draw your ribs towards your spine and drop your shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, exhale, coming down to the knees. Peel the buttocks back onto the heels and draw the shoulder blades down the back, bowing the head. Inhale, as we look up, we draw the elbows towards each other, roll the chest down, and then come up for cobra. Press into the tops of the feet and keep the shoulders away from the earlobes. Curl your toes under, weight comes through the hands, so it's a light transition back to downward facing dog. Inhale, pick up that left foot, draw it up between the hands, coming onto the right knee, length through the spine, heart open, gazing up. Take the weight into the front foot, and it's a nice lift of Mula Bandha, so it's a light action to draw that back leg in. And you can maybe come to the flat of the hand or stay on the ends of the fingers, Uttanasana. Pressing down to rebound energy up. Inhale, draw the arms out from the side body. Looking all the way up between the hands, draw the elbows towards each other and exhale, Tadasana. Feel the aliveness of your mountain pose. Really go so inward that you become that pose, sovereign, powerful, majestic mountain. Flowing on, inhaling. Big arm circle, looking up between the hands. Keep the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale and fold with lightness and grace. Ends of the fingers or flat of the hands, rolling the head in just at the end. Inhale. Come up to the ends of the fingers as we step that right foot back, dropping to the knee. And we're gazing up, feeling the length through the spine and torso. Now the flat of the hand again, and really secure all knuckles down and step back for downward facing dog. Try to draw energy all the way through the limbs into the torso and the organs on the inhale, and then exhale, come down onto the knees, float the buttocks back into the heels, draw the shoulder blades down the back and bow down to sacred Mother Earth, giving thanks. Looking up, commence your inhale as the chin drops between the hands, slither along the earth for the dynamic cobra pose. Press into the tops of the feet. Curl the toes under, light transition, downward facing dog. Pick up that right foot, inhale, bringing the right foot up between the hands, come up to the ends of the fingers. Ends of the fingers will just mean that you can feel more energy float up through the arms as we look up between the eyebrows, drishti. Press the weight into the front foot, draw that back leg in, fold on down, Uttanasana. Power down through the feet. Feel the lightness and energy stream through the body, all the way up through the ends of the fingers. And then exhale, Tadasana. Observe yourself as that energetic being, as the prana now is really weaving into the inner workings of your body and mind. Keep flowing. Inhale, drawing those arms up. And then exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Intermediates, you can keep the knee up as we step the left foot back. If you're taking the lighter option, remember knee goes down. You want to almost push one foot there behind you to the back of the mat and the front foot to the front of the mat as you gaze up. Weight into the hands, exhale, downward facing dog. So you can either come to the knees and sit back onto the heels. If you're doing the more intermediate version, inhale, plank. Draw your navel to your spine. Exhale, knees down, chest and chin down. Now we can all inhale for cobra. Press into the earth through the hands. Curl the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, pick that left foot up. Between the hands, pressing that back heel away. Or, beginners, you're onto the knee there on the right side. Weight comes into the front foot. Inhale. Don't forget the lift of the bandhas to lightly place that back foot to the front of the mat and bow. Press down through the feet. Inhale, coming all the way up. So a little variation. Let's take it into a back bend just to where it feels right for you. And then exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, stepping the right foot back. Remember to feel the oppositional force through the feet. Front foot to the front of the mat. Back toes to the back of the mat. And feel that length coming all the way through the quadricep. Hamstring on the left side. Beautiful. Exhale, downward facing dog. So your choice to come down onto the knees or plank on the inhale. And then knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. Bhujangasana. Press into the hands, exhale. Adho Mukha, Svanasana. Pick up that right foot, draw it up between the hands. Press the back heel away, length through the spine. Don't forget to engage up through your bandhas so you've got stability and also energy flow through the torso. Weight into that front foot and exhale, Uttanasana. Pressing down through the feet, inhale, come all the way up. Lengthen back, maybe a little bit more now with your back bend. Straighten and then exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, bring the hands up into Anjali Mudra. It's our prayer pose. And exhale, bend deep into your knees. Weight comes through the feet. Inhale. Keep the bent knee action to step that left foot back. And just straighten as the foot comes down so you can keep the secure grounding there. Weight comes down into those feet, and maybe take the feet slightly wider for the people who are doing the intermediate version today. Squaring the hips with the hands, rolling the buttocks under, and again, I want you to feel the weight through the feet. If we don't have the security there by feet grounding down, we're not going to be able to find the alignment. Foundation in any yoga pose starts from the earth up. So if we're doing a handstand, it would be from the hands up because they'd be closest to the earth. But these are the feet closest to the earth. So feel that. Once you've got the feet really working strongly, you can draw the energy into the legs and then have a sense of the energy coming into the hips. We don't want to lose the energy as we come into this next pose, Trikonasana. So float your arms up, inhale, and then exhale. You can keep the energy going along the spine if you keep that one plane of alignment. If you throw your hips out to the back, the energy stays in the hips. But if you keep the one plane of alignment, then you can find the energy comes out of the hips right through the torso. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, reach up the front hip. Exhale, revolve from the navel center. Intermediates, 2 fingers around the inside of the big toe, and breathing. If you take the intermediate option and your hips start to swing out to the back, better to take your hand higher up onto that front leg. Keep on breathing, letting go. Powering down through your feet. Inhale, coming all the way up, looking over the front hand. Exhale, bend and open through the front knee. And maybe for the intermediates, the feet can go a little bit wider, so check it out. Good. Roll down through the outside edge of the back foot. So really opening this back hip, and the front knee for the front pinky toe. Sink out from the groin. Keep the shoulder blades down the back. Extend out through the fingers. Bandhas. Keep on breathing. Feel the powerful warrior energy switch on within you. Dignity and purpose helps you feel your masculine energy, your work, your finances, your connections to the outer world. Inhale, exhale. I want you to just come off alignment there through the torso. Now lift up and over through the underside waist. Beginners, find yourself here in Pajvakonasana. Intermediates, find yourself with the hand on the inside of the front foot. Take the top arm long, top shoulder blade down the back, looking to the underside of that top hand. Keep sinking through the groin, but don't forget to tuck the hips under. Keep on breathing, letting go. Inhale, and then exhale. Sweep your top hand down and swing yourself around. All your toes are turning and facing in the same direction. If anything, you're a little bit pigeon-toed here as you roll the outside edges of the feet down into the earth. You can really access gallbladder meridian running through the outside band of the legs. So just feel that, roll the outside edges of the feet down. See if you can harness that energy up. So keep stability through the lower legs. Take your right hand to the center of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, just release from the nervous center. Now, your arm might come out on an angle because you're wanting to stabilize your lower body, so you can only really go to the degree that your spine will allow you to twist. So again, inhale, length through the spine. Exhale, just from the nervous center. Maybe that top arm comes to the alignment where the wrist, the elbow and the shoulder lines up in a vertical line above you. If it doesn't, no problem. Just work to where it feels right for you. Better to keep the energy in the legs instead of compromising the pose. And now let's inhale and exhale, bringing that hand down left side. A little visit from our animal spirit here. Inhale, length through the spine, and then exhale, start to revolve out from the navel center. Again, just pause, see where it is, keep the stability in the legs. Inhale, length through the spine, exhale, just from the navel center. Start to twist. You're really wringing out the digestive organs. And you're also finding that there's a great release through the neck. If your neck pinches, better to look down. Got a lot of energy harnessing right through, not just gallbladder meridian, but also stomach meridian on the outside band of the leg, and then the inner thighs, spleen, liver, kidney meridians. Keep breathing. Inhale. bringing that hand down. And then exhale, only if it serves you, coming down onto your forearms. If this is too much for you, stay up onto the hands. Keep on breathing. Now inhale and exhale. I want you to bring your weight into those forearms and lift your heels. But I want you, instead of to bow the head under, look up between your hands. Weight down into your forearms. Look up between your hands. One day you'll flick up into your forearm stand. But for now, just holding here and getting the experience of energy running through the arms, rolling the outside edge of the hand down. You'll access small intestine meridian here. Keep on breathing. It's quite strong. Inhale and exhale. The heels come down. Transfer the hands to the hips. Bandhas to draw yourself up. And then exhale. Turn out your left foot. Weight comes into that left side. And then big step in. Knees are bent until you find yourself back into top of the mat, facing in the other direction though this time, with the hands in prayer pose. Keep on breathing, closing the eyes and just pausing for a moment, having a sense of how you feel, any changes that you're experiencing within. Giving yourself permission to surrender and soften a little bit more. So often we're taught when we're doing physical movement to stay tight, to push, to clench. But actually, yoga is asking you to, yes, stay activated with energy, stay focused, but soften as well. The yin meets the yang in a perfect harmony of internal bliss. As we move into our second side, we're going to open our eyes and bring the hands down onto the hips. And inhale, bend deeply, and then exhale, stepping that right foot back for a heel to arch alignment. So intermediates go a little bit wider, and then square the hips and roll the buttocks under. As we spoke about before, do that beautiful earth grab through your feet, and then harness the energy right up through the legs. Let it spread into your torso, out through your arms as you inhale, draw the arms up, and exhale. So think about the one plane of alignment. If you simply cut the front hip to the back hip, rather than moving forward, you're going to keep that one plane of alignment so energy is going to pass all the way into the hips and then up into the torso. So inhale, retuck the front hip, roll the outside edge of the back foot into the floor and revolve from the navel center, turning and looking to that top hand and beyond. Now it is really nice anytime we look up to re-engage Jalandhara Bandha, so that's the throat towards the neck. If your neck pinches, do look down. Intermediates, 2 fingers around the inside of the big toe. Keep on breathing. And just see if you can let go here. So even though we're engaged, as we spoke about before, we're finding softness. Where is that softness? In the breath, in the mind, in the ability to find a place where you can just be and trust. Keep on breathing. Inhale, power down through your feet, come all the way up. Exhale, bend it open through the front knee, maybe a little bit wider through those feet. Roll down through the outside edge of the back foot, and the front knee for the front pinky toe. To also square to the side, the bandhas really expand with the light of prana. Let yourself sink a little bit lower. Powerful warrior energy switches on within you. We love this pose. Virabhadrasana 2. Drishti on the front index finger. Inhale, exhale, lift up and over through the underside waist. So beginners, find yourself here. Intermediates. Hand comes onto the inside of the foot. If your hip pokes out to the back though, retuck and then length through that. Top arm, top shoulder blade down the back, and drishti goes to the underside palm. Keep on breathing. Where is your mind right now? Take it into the body parts that seem to need a little bit more opening. Be present. Learning to value discomfort as a wise teacher. Inhale and exhale, top hand sweeps down, and then you turn your feet around, and you've got those toes all lined up. So a little variation now. We're going to inhale and exhale, turn the heels in. So weight comes into the feet as you draw yourself all the way up, sinking down, really strong through the inner thigh, liver, kidney, spleen meridians. Don't forget to fan out through the toes and broaden the feet. Inhale, draw the arms up, and exhale. So a beautiful tree hug here. So you'll wrap the prana back into your own heart, solar plexus chakras, just by channeling breath right through the arms, back out through the hands, into the chakras. Breathing here, power down through your feet. Inhale, exhale, sink a little bit more. Power down through the feet. Breathe. Let the legs pulse a little bit. Let them shake even as the prana moves through. Inhale, all the way up. And exhale, releasing those fingertips down just to touch the thighs before we come back up to the original top of the mat. So deep bend into that right knee. Step yourself around. Hands come back into prayer pose. Closing the eyes down and breathing. Letting go. Feeling and being. Trusting whatever arises within you as an expression of your deeper self. Some days we practice yoga, we feel the euphoria. Other days we're just simply irritated, and both are perfect experiences. Whatever wants to lift from its crevice, so to speak, let it. So if there's some lockdown anger, or if there's some old hurt or sorrow, maybe you haven't grieved for a passing of an old relationship, whatever wants to rise up to meet you, be a friend to that energy by just allowing it to be there. No need to control. You're the observer, and through your power of observation, through the light of your awareness, you are healing and transforming in such a myriad of ways that your logical mind won't even begin to understand. So continue to breathe. And then open your eyes, and let's take a big arm circle and a fold to Uttanasana to bring us down onto the floor. So lift the head slightly, step the feet back, and then just have a little melt down into Mother Earth, spreading out through the fingers, drawing the shoulder blades down the back, letting go. Find softness and stillness. So a couple of little arm balances just to close this practice for today. And you may find that you don't actually master these arm balances today, and that's not really the point. It'll give you some tools to continue to practice, and you'll find that before too long, if you just apply all these step-by-step aspects of what we're doing today, here's another animal spirit come to join us, then you'll be arm balancing in no time, and just feeling that freedom of being able to support your body weight and to get that little bit of a fly. So speaking of animal spirits, our first one is the classical crow pose or bakasana, and it really is just a series of steps until you find that the pose comes together for you. So I want you to take your hands down and curl your toes under. I want you to really switch on your bandhas, in particular Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. So that's the one, Mula Bandha from perineum to the navel, and then Uddiyana Bandha, fly from the solar plexus up into the heart. You're going to then take the weight into your hands, make sure all the knuckles are planting down and right through all the fingers and the thumbs. And then you're going to lift your buttocks, tilt your weight in, so I'm going to secure my knees into my arms, lifting those bandhas, and then having a drishti in front, drawing myself up, really grounding through the hands. Maybe for some of you, you'll start to straighten the arms a little bit. See how you go. And then drawing yourself back down. Okay, so maybe you want to pause the video, have a couple of tries at that, or set some playtime aside for later on today or tomorrow just to try that again and keep giving it a go. Even if you're proficient at it, just rip out a good crow pose wherever you find yourself. I just find it so helpful just to give some energy through my arms. It wakes me up if I'm feeling a little bit sluggish, and it's also that sense of determination, a sense of freedom. So from what we did before when we were on our forearms, we took the weight into the forearms, I want you to see if you can just start to kick up a little bit into your forearm stand. So you may want to do this one up against the wall, or you can maybe start to work into the freestand. And if you start to flip over, I want you to trust yourself, because what you'll do is just come into a little bit of a back bend just onto your forearm. So that may happen for me, and then you'll get to see what I'm talking about, or you'll just flick up a few times and then rest back down. So forearms down, we can get a better measure for this because we want the elbows to be shoulder width apart. So just check that. A lot of times when we start the forearms down, the elbows splay out. Unlike crow, we really don't want that to happen. We're better off to start working and securing the elbows isometrically towards each other. Even if you need to put a strap around just above the elbows, just to make sure that you hold that nice alignment. And then middle fingers face forward. So, like we did before, we keep the head tilted up, the drishti is between the hands. So this is different to headstand where we tuck the head under. We really need to get some good grounding into those forearms. So I don't expect you to hold the pose. We're just wanting to work on flicking ourselves up so you can come off the knees. You may be just here today, beginners, in your dolphin pose, a few breaths, it's quite strong anyway. And then you can come down. You want to start to flick, you might just step and just get a little sense of flicking. And then the weight might kind of hold up. And then you might be able to draw yourself, come down. If you do flip over, you're just going to be here. You can have a few breaths here and then roll yourself down. So just see where you might want to be. And then draw yourself all the way up into cross legs. So cross legs for beginners, Siddhasana for intermediates, one heel in front of the other, adjusting onto your sit bones. And let's close today's practice with a seated meditation. So we want to take the tailbone down, ribs in, lift and open the heart, shoulder blades down the back, so we're stacking our shoulders over our hips, turning our palms up, joining together the thumb and the index finger. We can extend out through the other three fingers. So feel the rise of energy through the spine, closing the eyes down, enjoying the breath. So because we've been doing arm balances, the heart might be beating a little bit. It'll start to ease and temper down again. At this point, when the heart rate comes down, your breath may just start to feel as if it's only expanding and contracting in the lower belly. In truth, you're still getting the rise of energy through the torso, or the bottom of the lungs filling to the top of the lungs as you inhale. But the sensation, the quality of the breath feels as if it's just expanding and contracting through the lower belly. And this means that you've gone into a deeper meditative state. And I'm going to leave you for a few minutes now just to be in your own still mind meditation. This is very powerful. I want you to stay aware of your breath and stay aware of the sensations in your body so that your mind doesn't wander too much. This is your opportunity to really practice the highest form of yoga, which is still mind meditation.
You may either stay here in your meditation, or for those that need to finish at the 30-minute mark, please open your eyes, coming back into awareness of the room. Or if you're going to remain meditating, come back as it suits you. Thank you so much for your beautiful practice today. Namaste.